Alright folks, we're back. If you watch number one, then you already know what baits that we already shown, and we're not going to run through that. If you miss it, go back to one or two. If you're going to be able to need to watch all five, or not all five, but the whole video to be complete to see what five baits we're talking about, and then you're going to list the five baits that we talk about. And I'm not going to go over what two we just posted, but you'll just have to go back and watch the other one and enter to win. We're going to give a month, and then after a month, we're going to have a winner. $25 worth of our products. Now, also with that being said, be sure to follow us on Instagram and also subscribe here, please. Subscribe to our channel and make sure to follow along with our upcoming videos that we're going to be doing, and hopefully be out here on the water talking about baits and setting up other areas to show you how these baits work and different techniques and the things that we use out here on the water and everything too as well. So we're going to dive right in and just sit and talk about some other baits. And again, when I talk about being inside my boat, things that I use, this is one of our baits right here. All right, another one of our jerk baits. Great, amazing bait. And we have 50 plus custom soft plastic baits. And then we have over 100 items online as well that you guys can go on there and choose from. So everything that you're going to need to catch fish is going to be either online or over at the bait shop over at Get Hook Bait and Tackle. So you got your choice. Everything that you need to catch fish, we got. All right, so we're going to continue on and just keep talking about things and talking about fishing supplies, the fishing industry, different techniques. And we will start doing live videos, so please just subscribe, because if you guys can subscribe to this channel, hopefully you can learn something. We can talk about things, and one thing I always like to do is just try to keep it nice, treat everybody with respect, get the kids out fishing, less Xboxes, more tackle boxes, love one another, and let's share this sport, be happy with each other. That's what it's all about. So I'm just going to grab a couple of other baits here, a couple other things. We'll talk about again. These are just some of the things that I have inside my boat here. So I got it in my boat. I'm going to use it. Alrighty. Again, another go-to. First of all, since I have my fishing line out here, this is the Get Hook Magic Bait. Right there, folks. Got people coming to my shop. I never heard of that. Well, that's because we're launching. We're launching a whole brand. GHMB, Get Hook Magic Bait. That's X8 braid. All right, quality braid you can count on. So we got braided line. It's in 3 different colors, and this is going to be number 3, braided line X8. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you need to watch the first video. This will be number 3, braided line X8. Okay, that's what we're going to be. Excuse me, a second here. The braided line we have in, I believe, I want to say 5 different colors. Reach into here is another one of our jerk baits. Not to get sidetracked, but again, these are baits that I use, baits that I crush the fish with. But I'm just looking for a hook, which I do keep I shouldn't tell you that I keep all my hooks in all my supplies here, but I was cleaning my boat out after a trip today, and I think I have my other tackle bag. I sat in the garage, so I may have to do without the hooks here. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Yeah, they're all gonna be. Hold on. All right, we'll get back to that braid in a minute. As I keep on talking, hopefully I can run across some of our hooks. buddy. Alright, so we're just going to keep on going. The braid line, the X8, we do have one of my hooks tied on, and I'm going to go ahead and let me switch gears. Alright, so this is my braid. It's already on here. These are carbon fiber steel cut hooks. Let me grab my fishing pole here. Alright, braided line, and then let's go ahead and talk about this bait right here. This is our #1 selling bait. You guys heard me on the first video. Hopefully you watched the first one. Talk about our Lake Buster and Fluke Buster. Team these up with our carbon fiber steel cut hooks. You can kind of see it there. These hooks are super sharp, super amazing. Now let's get to this bait here and this setup I got. You can see up on the top the little black peg. When people say pegging it, we're talking about right here. And then we have the weight. And then we have the heart pounder. This is a 7 1/4 inch bait, folks. Our #1 selling bait by a long shot. These Get Hook Magic baits, when it comes to the heart pounder, we probably sell on average 100 bags to one of anything. And when I say one of anything, I'm talking one of any brand that you can possibly think of. We carry it over at Get Hook Bait and Tackle. All other fishing supplies. We don't just carry Get Hook Magic baits at my store. We carry a full line of fishing supplies. But this bait, in many different colors, is by far the #1 selling bait. Why? Because, again, you have that amazing tail. With this amazing tail, you have a couple of options. Burn it across some lily pads. Run it across slowly weightless. Let it sink. Again, back to the Fluke Buster. Let it sink. Kind of do the same thing. Pegging it down on the bottom. Dragging it. Putting it through pads. Putting it through. I mean, this bait right here is endless. And run it weedless. Okay? So how do you do it weedless? You see I've got the Texas hook. Texas rig. And we'll just go over that. Alright? Pull this bait off. Great quality baits. I'm going to show you how to do a Texas rig. I like to take this at a little angle, poke it down till it almost comes to the top, and then poke it out through the side. You see it sticking out of the side there now? And then I take and run this up, and then you have this bend here. Let me turn it around. Let's get a little closer. Alright, this is peg. We're going to go ahead and slide that out of the way. Because of this peg, you can see the weight sliding up and down. So let's say you didn't want to peg it all the way up here. You wanted this weight to come up here, so when it's down in the water, this weight's going to be here. This is going to be floating back here more. If you want it pegged, you keep it right here. Keep the weight, the bait, exactly where you want it. Alright, so we got the bait down towards the bottom here. What I like to do is just pull it here, and then here right here is where I pull it up, and you work it up and push it up and twist so that's nice and straight. See, now the bait is nice and straight. It's nice, and I call it a line. You want that perfect line. Now what I do, if you want to do, you can put your thumb on the bottom of the bait, or the hook. I'm sorry, put your thumb right there, put the hook on there, and then I got the bait. I'm pinching it right where the bottom is. And then what I do is I lift up on the bait and pull down. Now look how straight that is. You can't feel this, barely. Okay, now what's going to happen? Weedless. Now this bait is weedless. You can keep this running here or peg it. I want to hit down to the bottom. You see the bait's not going to move now. Okay, there you go. Nice and straight, weedless. Run this thing through everything. Well, what happens? People say, what happens when you catch fish on that? Well, this is going to pop off, and it's going to end up right in the lip. Okay, so that's a Texas rig. Texas rig weighted. This is our braided line. The same braided line is right here in my boat. This is a gray, which I love this gray. All right. I cast with a flick of a wrist a mile long. This is another thing people say. There's so many different fishing supplies out there, so many different things. But what I will tell you is this. Do I have the best stuff? I don't think anything's the best. But what I have is quality, and there's a lot of quality stuff out there, and we fit right along in there. With hundreds of different items, we have a lot of quality stuff that fits in there with everybody. Now, where we stand above is our soft plastic baits and the fact how good they last and how long they last and how well they catch fish, more importantly. But you know what? It's not even just bass. We got people catching walleye, snook, salmon, steelhead, grouper. Check out our bait called the Kong. When I say Kong, that thing is big. All right? We got a lot of big baits. These baits just don't have to be just for freshwater. They use these baits for all over the country. And we've even shipped out of state. So, you know, we have an advantage. We have an advantage when it comes to well, first we have an advantage when it comes to our custom soft plastics, because when we're making these things too, you know, if something doesn't look right, it's got a bubble or it's just not leveling out correctly, you know, what we'll do is we'll throw it back to the side and toss it. Every one of these baits, when they get put into a bag, they're all getting hand packed. So you as far as the quality, you know, that we try and be competitive, but you got to understand, you know, these are custom made baits. I can't do a whole lot with custom made baits. If I got to put my time out here into making all these baits for 15 hours a day by myself or with my family, well, then guess what? I'm not working for free, and I'm not going to put my quality magic into these baits, nor my family or nor anybody else that we hire to help. It's always going to be the same step when it comes to the magic soft plastic baits. You don't have these baits unless you have them and you're using them. All right. Now we're getting into a couple styles of frogs, and over the next few months, over the next years, and going forward, we're going to be talking a lot about baits. I'm not going to sit here and jump into this bait, that bait, and this bait and that bait. I'm going to do shorter videos, and we're going to talk about certain baits. But our intro video, you know, starting out, you know, we're just kind of talking and all over the place, and just whatever happens, whatever we talk about. If you guys can learn something, great. If you guys have any questions, please comment, but please subscribe. Right here, we're going to jump into another bait. I call this a lily frog. Again, it's got a hook slot. Hook slot in the middle. This one I like to run weighted. We talked earlier on the earlier video about getting it down. This I like to get it down something like a little, just something small, little 3/16 extra wide gap. Again, we make them, and we make our hooks with the blades as well. So you got your little weight down here, so you cast out, just let it sink down. I just like to reel and stop. What happens on these legs, they're just back there flapping around. Lily frog, folks. You want to go something basic? Then you just go with our regular frog. We just call that frog. Nice and simple frog. You can see the paddles on there. Oh, weightless. This one I go weightless. Just run it across. These things are so flimsy. When I say flimsy, not cheap, I mean flimsy as in the way they move. So that when you're casting out, you have all that action. You have all that vibration. And these paddles just sit on the top and just flat make ruckus. All right? We're just running through things, folks. These are things in my boats. Later on in videos, we'll talk about certain baits, and we'll show certain baits out on the water and certain things, you know. But right now, you know, we're just discussing things in the boat and, you know, maybe some different techniques and things and how they ran. I pulled up this lizard. I don't know where it went, but here's one of our other lizards. We have a lake here in Florida. It's the Lake Apopka. But a lot of lakes in this state. I've been down to Stick Marsh. Excuse me, not Stick Marsh. I'm blank. The one across from there. But I can take this. I can take this lizard. This is our 10-inch lizard. We call it the Big Zilla. I like lizards. I love lizards. Here's our baby Zilla. This is a 4.5, I believe. This is the 10-inch. Big Zilla. You can kind of see the difference there. All right. Big Zilla, baby Zilla. You can see the difference. Texas rig these, and I kill them. Over here on this Lake Apopka, they tear these things up out there. There's a lot of big bait, and I tend to throw a lot of the bigger style baits over there. And again, we're talking about things in my boat, things that I'm using. They're right here. Again, that's a watermelon seed in my boat. Here's frog, we just call frog, topwater, and then we got the go-to. You heard me talking about the heart pounder. It's on rigged on my rod right there. Well, guess what? The #1 selling bait is this one, the heart pounder with the chartreuse tail. All right. Another heart pounder. I think I call that one red bug. I'm not 100% sure. And then another one, the June bug chartreuse. Heart pounder, folks. Our #1 selling bait. Heart pounder, Okeechobee crawl. Look at the two colors. All custom made. The heart pounder, folks. Better yet, the heart pounder, folks. I love the heart pounder. I love the heart pounder. All right. These, when fishing's tough out there, it's almost like my lake buster. I'm going to the heart pounder. I've caught fish in places and pulled up on places where guys have said, I'm not catching anything here. And I said, do you mind? I'll throw a couple of my baits. I usually catch fish. And then I'll go to my lake buster. Then I'll go to the heart pounder. And then cadence. Talk about the cadence on how to work these baits. It goes back to that. You know, if you missed that, go back and watch that. And learn about different techniques and stuff. So, you know, with that said, let me get a little drink here real quick. It's non-alcoholic. Treat everybody with love. Give our baits a try. Please give us a follow on Instagram, Facebook, and of course subscribe here. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. We do a lot of live shows on Facebook. I tried to do live shows on Facebook out on the water 2 to 3, actually probably 3 months, maybe even 4 months ago. I caught my personal best on the heart pounder, 11.2 pounder. People are catching fish all over the country on these baits. We need your help to get these out there because, you know, we are a fairly new company. Even though, you know, when you come into my shop, if you're ever in Florida, Get Hook Bait and Tackle, when you walk down, you're going to see hundreds. Walk down to the other side of the wall, you're going to see thousands. We got literally thousands of colors and baits at the bait shop here in Florida, if you're ever here. But we have other stuff. We have other stuff at Get Hook Bait and Tackle. So we want to have varieties and things for people to catch fish. When I first started out making these baits, you know, I wanted these baits well, when I was fishing on my charters, everybody kept telling me for the first year, yeah, you need to start selling these. Well, I didn't want to because I knew it was another step well, let me rephrase that. I wanted to, but I just didn't want them to know I wanted to. So that's how that was. Because I had originally planned on fishing with my own stuff for a year, talking to these other companies about other different products, and then working with them for another year. So this was 2 to 3 years of process of releasing everything. And in our first year, we sold thousands of bags. And then during that year, we were in the process of talking about our jerk baits, our crank baits, our traps, our fishing line, our fishing poles, tackle boxes, fishing hooks, drop shots, you name it. Anything fishing related, we've been in talks now. If you're watching this video, I've been in talks for 2 years. Prior to July of 2021 right now. 2 years prior, we've been in talks. So everything that you see coming out right now is 2 years past. And now, you know, with all this stuff coming out, between all of our baits and things like that, and then we're working on new baits and new ideas and new things, you know, we're just really excited to get that out there to the public and stuff. So let's see what else we got here. Trying to keep on talking here. Oh, there we go. All right. Knew I had some hooks here somewhere. All right, so these are our hooks. They're extra wide gap. That's how they come. And actually, at my bait and tackle shop, these are actually $1 cheaper than anything else. They're super strong hook, carbon fiber steel cut. All right. Now, let's what I was going to do earlier, and we also sell the bobber stoppers. All right. So you can get online, get all this stuff. I'm just kind of jumping all over the place because earlier I was looking for this stuff. How do you hook a bobber stop? I'm going to just tell you right now. You're going to get a little bit of everything here. How to hook a bobber stop. Let me cut some of this tip of this line right here. I showed you guys about Texas rig. Now I'm showing you how to hook a bobber stopper so that when you do go to peg it, you'll know. All right. So here's the line. Okay. These are how our bobber stoppers come. All right. You take and put your line in one of the little holes. Okay. And then you fold it, and then you pull the bobber stopper all the way off till it comes on your line. See there? There's your peg, folks. Now you can slide that forward or back depending on how you want it. That's how you're going to get your bobber stopper on there to peg your weights. And you see in earlier my weight right there. So now you know, and you can see it's right there. Now all you do is put your weight, tie your hook, and peg it. Pegging it means it's all the way up. The weight's not going to slide. So if you ever hear that word pegging it, that's what it is. You're pegging the bait. Now, it's the same for flipping. If you want to flip, all right. Let me see if I have one of my flipping baits just right now. Okay, here's one of my. Again, I like to flip with this one. So, what I like to do is put the weight, and sometimes I'll peg two. So, how do you peg two? Simple. You do the same thing I just showed you, but put two of these on there. Just if you're punching or flipping, whatever, like a 2 ounce, and you really want that peg to stay nicely, put two of them on there. All right, double peg it. Then that bait will stay on there. Hopefully I'm not all over the place. Again, we're going to get into more details on certain baits and talk about certain baits only, and make videos shorter and show you how to rig things up, show you how to work things out on the water, show you how to cast things, and you know, all that in general there. And you can get all these bobber stoppers, all these all these baits, everything online, GetHookMagicBaits.com. We ship all over the country, so you can pick this up anywhere out there. Try out our carbon fiber steel cut hooks. These are extra wide gaps. We make these in size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, why do you need a 7? Let me show you. Got a bait right here. That's the Nasty Big Jerk. This bait right here, you're going to need to put this on a 6 or 7/0 hook. Typically, some guys, well, I've seen even run weights. Again, we talked about earlier. You can run this weightless or not. We've had some guys cast this out and reel it in. They're like, oh, it don't move that much. Well, what's it called? It's called the Nasty Big Jerk. You can see that back. This thing is an aggressive freak of nature. It's a massive bait. It's massive. Over 7 inches, I think. You go online to GetHookMagicBaits.com and you can check it out. That's the Nasty Big Jerk. And again, I use it. It's on my boat. Everything on my boat, I use. I use in certain situations, certain times, and there's a bait and a need for everything. Magic tail chunk. Again, we're kind of just going all over the place here. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about. We're just going over different styles of baits, different things in the boat here, just whatever comes up. Our featured videos, you know, we're going to nail it down to just, okay, so we might talk about just this bait, the Magic tail chunk. All right, we may just talk about this and how to use this bait only and shorten out the video, maybe be out on the water. But right now, again, hopefully you guys are still tuned in here watching this. Maybe you learned something, and, you know, we can get this out there and share it to everybody and tag your buddies and friends and everything else. This here is our Punch Buster, another bait that I like to use. And then I always have a handful when I talk about big baits. All right. And you see, I'm mixing all these colors. You can't do this with a lot of baits. And time, you know, that saves money and it saves, you know, and not only that, these things are durable as all can be. The bigger these baits are, the more durable they get. All right. Black and blues. I call that the Candy Bomb. This is our Candy Bomb custom made color. Custom made bait. You can see that. Look at the beautiful purples. And this is our Candy Bomb color. Hopefully it's showing up there really nice. This here is a creamsicle. A creamsicle color. We call this the TB Magic. TB Magic color. Of course, we got the watermelon red. The red dazzle. And these are all colors you can get online. So that's some of them. And then we have a trick buzzworm, we call it. I believe this is a 7 1/4 inch bubble gum. I don't care if you guys don't like bubble gum or not, but I like bubble gum. A lot of people like bubble gum. Nice little translucent color. It does magic out there. Okay. I like to take these trick buzzworms and run these Carolina rig, 7 1/4 inch. I believe they're 7 1/4 inch. Again, go to GetHookMagicBaits.com and you can see on there exactly, you know, the sizes and all this. I'm pretty close, you know, but when you got hundreds of baits, you know, hopefully I'm 100% right, but I don't know. I mean, I know I'm pretty close. Sometimes, you know, we got some people that want to come out and do some little crappies. You know, we got little jigs. All right. And then here we got the bait called the Kohler. If you guys watched the first video, again, which I hope you did, this is part 2. This here is called the Kohler. And the first one was the ribbon tail. This one here has got like a ribbon, but then it's got a flat back. So it's really nice. It's got that flat back. It keeps everything nice and straight and parallel, and great action. And it's still got the ribbons, only the ribbons do not go all the way around. So you still have an aggressive style of bait, and this here bait will last you quite a while here. So I think we're going to put this at number 4. This is called the Kohler. So if you guys have watched so far, you're going to have to name 1 through 5. All right, name 1 through 5 on what all these were. The 5 that I asked you to name. This is number 4. I'm not going to tell you what 1 through 3 is. You just have to watch part 1 and part 2 and be qualified to enter and to win. So let's see how many take the time to actually go through and watch number 1 and watch number 2 all the way through as I sit here and ramble on. Again, as we keep going, I'm going to try and get more videos uploaded. I'm going to try and get more things uploaded from the water. I might even start asking my clients when we're out doing fishing charters if we can, start filming and getting them uploaded. And you just see all around good time, everything working, and good quality baits, of everything out there in the process. Back here again, this bait right here, believe it or not, this is a big bait. I want to say that's 7.5, but it's thick here too. It's like 1.5 inches thick. It's a big bait. This bait will last you a while. And then a lot of times too, what people do, once you're done, you cut it off right there or cut it off right here. What do you got? You cut that off right there. What you gonna do? You're probably thinking a trailer. I'm sure most of you guys have got that. You put that sucker right back there as a great trailer on a lot of your baits. Boom. Magic. Magic upon magic, folks. This is great quality plastic with many different ways that you can use these baits, from freshwater to saltwater. I think every species of fish, I think, has almost been caught on these baits. Not everything, but a lot. And that just goes to show, it's not just the baits, it's the magic. I always say that all the time, if you don't have these baits, then you don't have these baits. It's that simple. It's not the same as anything else. And here we got a 5-inch stick bait. A 5-inch stick bait. These glow in the dark. We make glow in the dark baits. All right. At night. Man, I wish it was dark right now. This thing would be glowing like it's glowing. I'm looking down in this hole here. It's glowing like crazy. We make these 5-inch baits that glow in the dark. Usually after you light them up, I believe most guys are getting about 2 hours of glow. Some guys are even snipping them down, snipping them, and using them as little jigs. Again, different uses for these. These are our 5-inch bait. I call these the Hook'em Senior. We have a Hook'em Junior, Hook'em Senior. We have Papa. Then we got the 7-inch baits here. The 4, the 5, the 6, and the 7. Everything that you need right there. And again, I'm going to work these 5-inch baits the same way if you see in the first bait or the first video. Texas rig pegged, or maybe a wacky. You can see the movement. Imagine my arm being the rod. All right. Imagine my arm being the rod, And what you're doing is you just tip, you're just doing like that, okay? It just looks so good, and it works so good. Again, those are the 5-inch. Now let's go to another bait. Here's a bait that I use a lot, that a lot of people maybe have not seen. I call that the Magic Wrasse. Where did I get these names from? Again, I ask my kids, or I'll ask online, because there's too many names and too many products. So, you know, we're just trying to get them out there. You know, why the Magic Wrasse wasn't, you know, thought of any bad terms. It was just magically the way it goes through the grass. And it does that. You see that hard thumping kicker? I like to run this Texas rig with a little 3/16 weight. No weight on the bottom, pegged. Another way. Cut that off. I like to cut a little piece of that off. Again, look at the trailer on that thing. Flip that around on a jackhammer. You know, instead of the bait, you know, running the one way, flip it upside down and run it. Massive vibration. You know, on a jackhammer, they already got a nice thump. You can team these up with them. Great bait. The Magic Wrasse. Multi-talented bait right here, folks. And me being able to do these live videos down the road and live videos on Facebook, it allows me to be right there and show things live, show things how they work. But also, right here, I'm doing these videos, and when I get done, I'm going to upload them. I don't know how they're going to turn out. I might trip and fall off this boat. I don't know. You know, whatever is going to happen. Somebody might come up and, you know, say something behind me. We're just uploading all of it. This is just raw, uploaded, me talking fishing. And hopefully, you know, you guys are learning or seeing new things, or hopefully, you know, you can, you know, give our stuff a try, no matter what state you're in. We have shipped out of the country before too, so the Magic Wrasse, great bait. We have 50 plus baits. We got another new bait coming out here shortly. We'll get into that later on other videos. You know, earlier you seen a couple of frogs. We got a bunch of frogs, and then we also have hollow body frogs. These frogs, I call them frogs. I call these dart frogs. I've been over, again, I'm in Florida. I've been over on Johns Lake with this right here on a white. And if you've looked through some of my pictures, I've got 15, 16 bass off that. All right. This is black. This, we call this ghost. We call that ghost shiner color. And another thing, you know, what I found out a lot of other guys are doing is they're flipping with these. I like to run these just like they are on the top water. It's got that great little paddle. These are called dart frogs. Right, dart frog? It's poison. These are deadly. And that's why, you know, we come up with that name on these. But again, they're hefty baits. Some people flip them. I like to run these on top. When you get some of our magic baits, you can put these baits out there any way you like. You're going to have multiple options. So it's kind of going to be up to you. And again, I talk about colors. These baits have been in here for almost 8 months. You see, we got black, we got the ghost, we got the watermelon red, we got the June bug, we got the pure white, all mixed up in my containers. You can't hardly do that with a lot of these other baits. They'll be destroyed, ruined, stuck together, melted. I'm not saying these won't ever melt together, but I haven't had a problem. And again, it goes back to certain things that we do when we make our plastics and stuff. I showed this in the earlier video, the Mat Smasher. Great bait. I've got them in all kinds of colors. What else we got over here? Talked a little bit about the jerk baits. We talked a little bit about the flipping and the Texas rig, and we talked about uh, oh, hold on, I'm getting some out over here. If I can get this unstuck over here. So this is one of our hooks that we was telling you about. So they're weighted hooks. When I was talking, I got this one mosquito here again. When I'm recording, this is what I get to let you guys get to look at. Me sitting there doing this stuff. Um, this weighted hook right here, you can team this up perfectly. This one here, if you wanted to toss this perfectly with our lake buster or fluke buster, if you guys had seen me talking about that earlier, that'd be a perfect size right there. Or 1/16 or something like that on there. Get a drink here. All right. Being in here and just trying to, put out good quality stuff. And with me and the magic baits, when you guys buy this stuff, it's not just about the baits, it's about the magic. And I really say that, the magic in me, the magic in you, the magic in all this. I want to be able to build this brand and get people out fishing that don't have chances to fish. I want to be there for the community and do as best as I can and try to help people, give them the chance to get out and fish, give them the chance to learn something. If you guys follow me on all my channels, please do. Please subscribe. I'm going to try and start doing a lot more YouTube videos. I have some videos out fishing that we have to upload. Hopefully you guys, can follow us on there. And I'm going to get into, again, I like to have more than one popper. Sometimes I'll be out here and, I'll give someone one of my poppers. So I usually carry, 4 of my poppers on these little 3-inch. I think they're 3-inch again. All the correct stuff is online there. I like to have me a little box of these on my boat when I'm out here. And when the top water action is going, it's going to be on fire. Again, there's more poppers. To get Hook Magic Bait poppers, you can get all those online. And we got some buzz baits. These are buzz baits, and I'm not sure if these are online yet. Okay, I'm not sure if our buzz baits are online, but you can see, a couple of styles that I use. I'll toss a trailer out there. I got a little bit of red and some other colors. These are my personal baits that I'm out here tossing and using those baits out here on a personal note, when I'm out fishing. We have some new jigs coming out, and oh my goodness, a lot of good stuff. By the time this video is about 2 weeks old, there's probably going to be 2 to 3 brand new things. So just stay tuned. Another good bait. This is the Papa. This one is my daughter, which never fished before, decided to go out one time, and I was on one side of this lake. We were fishing from a bank. She hadn't caught anything. I was on the other side, and I was fishing this bait right here. I think I caught 20 or 30 fish. So she come over and she's like, "What are you using?" I'm using Papa. Papa knows best. 6-inch. That's a watermelon. Green watermelon. I call that, with the blue ice tip. She took this sucker, went around the side. She's over there with her friend on the other side of the lake. It wasn't even a second cast. I see them jumping and waving their arms around and everything else. Like, what the heck's going on, And I'm still over here hooking fish off the bank. Papa knows best. That's a 6-inch green watermelon blue ice tip. We sell these online. So I get over there, I'm like, wow, man. I can finally hear him like, "Oh, it's a big one." my daughter's first fish. She gets an 8-pounder. An 8-pounder that she landed off of this bait. I'm happy. But you know what? I was happy, but here's the thing. I was stuck at 8 pounds, and I don't, I get to fish now that I'm fishing FLW. I get to fish a little more when I go there. But when I'm doing my charters, it's not about me. I'm 100% for people. So when they're on my boat, it's all about you. You have my boat. It's all yours. I'm there for you. I'm your host. I'm going to make sure you catch fish. I'm going to make sure you learn things. So my time being on the water to try to beat my personal best has taken me a long time, but that's fine. I love helping people. That's why I'm here. Hopefully some of these videos, somebody out there will learn something from one of these videos, and then hopefully they can, pass it on to somebody else out there, and hopefully you'll subscribe. Hopefully you'll follow me on this YouTube channel, Get Hooked Magic Baits. Hopefully you'll follow me over on Instagram and follow me on Facebook so you can see this brand grow. We have, let me run down some things we have. 50 plus custom baits. We have frogs. We sell frogs, I think, in our soft plastics that you guys see, and I think 4 or 5 different soft plastics. We have frogs that are hollow body. I want to say again, I don't have my sheets with me off the top of my head. I want to say I have 5 different styles of frogs. We have frog kits. 2 different types of frog kits. 5 frogs in each kit that we sell online. We have our jerk baits. We have traps. I don't have any right here, because that's with my hooks over there, which I took out of here today. Another couple of things right over here that I always have here. We have traps with the balanced out noises that's perfectly balanced for your needs. We make a dual-bladed frog that you folks need to check out. They're selling like hotcakes. They are flat, amazing in the water. The way they float, the way they dance in the water. I can't wait to get videos out. Matter of fact, go back and you think yesterday I just posted just a little short video. I think it was like 10 seconds, 20 seconds of it in the water. Check it out. I just wanted to upload that because I had a guy come up and he was looking. He's like, man, I never seen nothing like that in the water. I think I want to say again, maybe a 5 or 6 inch frog with dual blades coming off the back. Check them out online, gethookedmagicbaits.com. Again, gethookedmagicbaits.com. You got to try them out. Them frogs are killing it. We got a lot of pros that are fishing that are sponsored by big companies, and they're allowed to fish our stuff, but when they get on stage and win, they're not allowed to say, it's from Get Hooked Magic Baits, which is fine, because we've got probably hundreds of people that do that. They're under contract, but their contract, they can use other baits, but they just can't say that our bait was the one that caught it. They'll send me little pictures on the side. I'm fine. That's okay. We do have a pro staff online. I think you have to use a computer. For some reason, it's not showing on a phone or whatever. If you get on your desktop, head over there online, click Pro Staff, see how to enter that. Again, we are custom. Please don't send me messages. Can I do free? I'll test this out. I'll test that out. We got some Pro Staff people. We're not just letting every single person on the Pro Staff. I can tell you right now. So get over there if you feel like that you're a responsible person. If you can treat others with respect, love one another, don't hate on anybody else. If somebody else has a dream or somebody else is coming out with some great stuff, support one another. Don't bring people down. Come on, man. There's too much of that stuff. I just don't like that. And then this word hate. Don't hate nobody. Because if you guys always watch me, I always say don't hate. Hate is not in my family. You might dislike something, or don't like something, that's fine. But don't hate. I don't care who you are. I deal with thousands of people. Do I like everybody? For me personally, yes. No matter what they do or what they say to me. But does my family or does other people do friends? No. My family doesn't like every single person. I do, no matter how they are. And people tell me all the time, you're way too generous. It's like being out on a charter last week. The guy was probably 6 boats from us. We've caught 15 fish in 2 hours. He's sitting there, didn't catch one single fish. My clients are like, wow, Captain Tim, I'm a United States Coast Guard approved captain. They're like, Captain Tim, you're way too generous. You're way too generous. I've been out with other guys, they'll be cussing and screaming at this guy. Why? Let them do their thing, we'll do our thing. Don't worry about somebody else unless you're going to plan on bringing them up and helping them. Those are the types of people we want. If you can handle that, if you can treat everybody equal and represent this company, then we want people like that. And we have 5 different levels of pro staff. Of course, the number one thing would be a super pro, where we would just be there and give them everything free. And I'm talking, Bassmaster Elite guys or, whatever, some super, super high level we would stand behind. But even if you're not that level, it don't matter. We have levels for you. But we get hundreds and thousands of messages a day of people wanting free. Again, for me to get in here or my family, or if I hire someone to make these baits, it's time and money. You guys just have to try. I can't. I get so excited just holding these baits. I've been fishing for so long and deal with thousands and thousands of people. Check us out, Get Hook Bait and Tackle, FloridaBassCharter.com, and of course Get Hook Magic Baits. Those are my 3 companies. I deal with thousands of people. Follow us on all of the social medias, and my arms are always open to everybody. Anybody needs a hug, I'm always here for you. And that's the kind of people that we want to deal with. And hopefully with my business and the way we represent our business, if you have other bait shops or other bait shops out there, have them contact me. These products that we have online, and including these baits, we can do by the thousands or millions. If there's a supply of baits, we can do 15 to 20 or 30 bags of every single color for every bait shop. There will not be a short supply of baits. Because this goes back to the manufacturer part, and they've contacted me. Hey, 2 of them have contacted me. Hey, how about we make all your baits for you, put them in a new little fancy bag, and you just sit back and collect money and just say, hey, these are my baits. It sounds good. I'm not going to lie, but that's not what we were built on. And hopefully we can keep it the same. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know that whatever we do, we want to keep doing quality. You're going to pay for what you get. Okay, just like if you come out on a fishing charter with me, you're going to pay for what you get. 100% guaranteed you're going to catch fish, or it's going to be free. That's the way we are. We stand behind our good quality work. If I made this bait, being an angler, and that's something that these manufacturers can't do, and these other companies of these baits out there. I'm not going to name them because we don't do that. We don't hate on other companies. Am I going to say I'm the best? No, nothing's the best. Nobody's the best. And even records out there, records are going to be meant to be broken. But what we are is good quality, quantity stuff to put out for everybody. And that's the main thing, is having good quality baits and good things that we can stand behind. And these frogs, the bladed frogs I was talking about, they got the new dual blades. They come out with a super, super hook. We went above and beyond on these hooks that are on there, and then a lot of these other ones too. And if you watch my videos, you know about jerk baits, topwater baits. It's not about swapping out baits. Hooks. It's about having a net. You can catch any fish, but you need to have a net there on the side of your boat and be ready when you're getting ready to land that fish. All right. So number 5 is not going to be a product. I'm not going to show product. Number 5, I want you to say it's not about the baits, it's about the magic. That just gave me goosebumps. Because that's what it is, folks. This company isn't just about the baits, it's about the magic. Whether it's the magic in you, it's the magic out fishing. But I'm going to tell you right now, this bait right here, with me touching this bait, or me touching any bait that you guys are going to receive, or my family, and the way we're packing them and shipping them to you, when you're getting this bait, and when you hook onto that fish, you're going to get these same goosebumps that I'm getting right now. It's going to be magic from us to you. When you take that fish and you show that fish that you catch all over the place, tag Get Hooked Magic Baits, and you tell your family and your friends and everybody else about the magic, and just spread the magic. Spread the magic from the baits, spread the magic from your fish, spread the magic in life. It's not just about the baits, it's about the magic. That's number 5. And that's the best thing for me to leave everybody with. Them 5 things, if you can number 1 through 5, after this second video is uploaded, make sure to watch number 1, then 1 through 5, you're going to be entered into this drawing for $25 free giveaway, but also you're going to be entered automatically into a future drawing that's going to be big. We're going to leave this out for 1 month. We'll announce the winner. Hopefully you can watch number 1, number 2. We'll leave this out for 1 month. Name the 5 things. You'll be entered in to win and automatically get 1 entry into a future big drawing that we're going to have. We're not going to talk about that now, but later. Get on there, try you out some of our baits. GetHookedMagicBaits.com. Please subscribe to this channel. I'm uploading this raw. I'm not going to edit it. I like to do a lot of videos where I'm live and not editing a whole lot, because raw material is the best material. Raw emotion is the best emotion. Now, hopefully you guys can feel me the way I'm talking. Hopefully you can feel this coming out to you. This same emotion, the same passion. And I'm always here for you guys. When I say I got my open arms, I got my open arms. If I'm ever over at the bait shop, which I am, my Get Hooked Bait and Tackle here in Florida, you can come in and give me a hug. I'm there for you. You want to learn things, I'm there for you. We run a fishing event for the kids twice a year that I sponsor. Get the kids out fishing. Less X boxes, more tackle boxes. Get these kids fishing. It's very important. And again, I've got so many different styles of baits, so many different colors. Also, we have, you guys have seen my braiding line. We have fluorocarbon line. We have monofilament line. It's all online right now. We have our carbon fiber hooks. Another thing I didn't talk about, we have finesse hooks. We have live bait hooks. Finesse for Wacky Rig. If you guys watched my last live video a couple of Saturdays ago, you'll be able to see that live. I want to say it was 2 or 3 Saturdays ago. Go to my Facebook page. I caught fish after fish after fish on our finesse Wacky Rig hooks. So we got great quality stuff. You got stuff from somebody who cares. And when we're shipping this stuff out, and when you're on our pro staff, you're not just going to be some number. You're going to be somebody that watches you posting your pictures, that cares, who's going to answer to your questions, who's going to post on your page, who's going to reply to your stuff. If you show the same love to us and the same magic to us, we're going to give it right back. Okay? We want people that's going to care about our stuff. Don't just try to come here and, try to get free and never talk to us again, or, whatever. We're not about that. We want people to join our team that care, who can get out there and represent and tag us, show everybody that you're catching all these fish. I was just recently had somebody I posted on some forum. He says, "Oh yeah, this bait works." Matter of fact, it was this one. It was on this one forum. I don't know, 60,000 people on there. I was talking about this bait. The same one. That's funny. It's in my hand, and we're going to end this video on this one here. It's funny how this one here is in my hand because he started posting up all this smallmouth bass and walleye and everything else he was catching. Unbelievable. It's not about the baits, it's about the magic. That's the last one. And we're going to keep plugging away. I'm sitting here thinking I got 20 or 30 new items still coming out. Please just check us out. Stay on top of GetHookedMagicBaits.com. Follow us on these YouTube videos. We are going to start doing some live videos on here, so I can sit right here and answer questions. We'll have a question day. All right? Toss whatever out there. How to rig stuff. Maybe I'll have a poll. I'll set out a poll. Okay, what do you guys want to hear about? You want to hear about Wacky Rig? You want to hear about Texas Rig? You want to hear about Flukes? We'll have us a little live show and talk about just that. I've had a lot of the pros, and I talked to them again, some of the elites and the Bassmaster elites and Bassmaster guys and FLW guys, and I've been called the pro that never went pro, even though I'm fishing FLW now. But to me, it's a lot of fun. There's no expectations. I'm going and having fun. All right? And I did notice taking my boat out, since I was a guide, being in guide mode, I'm guiding my co-angler to 5 fish. The times I've been out there, they catch their limit. But that's just me. So, with that being said, I'm going to hop off here. It's not about the baits, it's about the magic. Please follow us on Instagram. Please follow us on Facebook. Get Hooked Magic Baits. Please follow us and subscribe right here. Comment, share, get all your buddies to try our baits out. We've got so many baits, and again, I'm going to break these videos down shorter. These videos are going to start being shorter, and we're going to talk about, like maybe this bait will be out on the water, or I'll get I got some things that we're working on to where I can just do videos, short videos of every bait, how it's looking in the water. Future things are coming. We're just getting started. Please follow us, watch all of our videos, subscribe, and share to all your buddies. Please, folks, let's get the magic all across the world. Help us, the Get Hooked Magic Baits, share the love and get these videos out everywhere. Thank you. All right. It's fishing time, folks.